everybody, and welcome back to another episode of The Points of Articulation. My name's Dave, and today we're looking at the Hot Wheels Star Wars Resistance A-Wing Fighter. Now this is number 3 in the Last Jedi Hot Wheels line of die-cast starships, and I'm really happy to review this ship today. And I just want to say a thank you to Eric, who wrote on my channel that Amazon was selling these, and they were a little expensive at first, but I waited a little while and I got the A-Wing a little cheaper. So big thank you to you, buddy. And now for the length of this ship, it's 3 inches long, which is really awesome. And it will be first seen in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So we do have a lot to cover. We'll look at the mold, the paint, put on a stand, compare it, and then we'll be done. So let's get started. Starting this review off looking at the mold, I must say out of all the ships we got in, I'm really digging this ship a lot. I'm a huge fan of the original Rebellion's fighters. A-Wing in specific has always stood out to me. I believe my all-time favorite is the B-Wing itself, fighter-wise, but this new Last Jedi A-Wing, it's really awesome. It's given me all the shapes and nostalgia from the original A-Wing, but also incorporating some parts from the Star Wars Rebels A-Wing. We could see the laser cannons are the same, and little things like that. Of course, this is shorter and fatter than the new A-Wing, but they both share a lot of concepts that were made by Ralph McQuarrie in his concept art for the A-Wing, especially this one with the long engines, the red and blue paint with the white. So I'm liking that The Last Jedi's taken their design, so to speak, from Ralph McQuarrie and his heritage he left with the original trilogy. So anyway, the parts of this ship, we have our cockpit, we have our laser cannons, some nice lines and panels going around here. A little hard to see through my phone, but they are there. On the sides, we have our missile launching areas, and you can see the lines a little better there. And the cannons are nicely done. I like all the detail on them. The engines and fins. Look at all that great detail. Fantastic. Especially on the back of the wing here. Pretty cool. We have our centerpiece, which has some great details. And it's actually, instead of it being a circle like the original A-Wings, this one is a rectangle. And it's protruding out a little bit. Pretty cool. We got our copyright crap on the inside of the wings, interior of the engines. Very nice. And I must say on the main body, I like these little added details. Cool. On the bottom of the ship, just look at all those lines. Very nicely done. We have 4 rivets, and right here we have our stand port. Just fantastic. A great looking ship. So that does it for the mold, so let's take a look at the paint. For the paint on the Resistance A-Wing, we only have a small handful of colors. First one up is this nice white / off-white, and that's the main color on the ship. And I like it, it's pretty cool. Now when you have this on camera, you can see that the plastic for the engines is a little off from the paint on the main ship, but in person, it's really hard to tell. But on camera, all the colors are enhanced, so it is what it is, but trust me, in hand it looks really good. Second color is this nice blue. And I really like the paint detail on here. No drips or bleeds or anything like that. Very nice and clean. No blue on the bottom. Now the third color is red around the laser cannons all the way. Then also markings on the right hand side of the ship. And that's basically that for red. Then we have glossy black for the cockpit, which is pretty cool. And then finally we have dark gray for the engines. Oh no, very nicely painted ship. I'm really digging this A-Wing a lot. So that does it for the mold and the paint. So let's put this bad boy on the stand, compare it, and we'll be done for today. And just like other Hot Wheels ships, comes with a cool stand. Peg it in the port and hear that click, and you're good to go. For size comparison with the Resistance A-Wing, over here we have Kylo Ren's TIE Silencer, nice ship. And finally over here we have the A-Wing from Star Wars Rebels. Great molds all around, I like all these ships. And now looking at both A-Wings, in my review of the A-Wing from Star Wars Rebels, I said that in The Last Jedi, these A-Wings were basically these. However, after looking at the ships, I based that off of a screenshot I saw, which basically showed this gun with the cockpit, and the ship itself was normal A-Wing colors, the maroon and off-white. So I apologize for that. However, you could see how they do look identical. Both ships are based on Ralph McQuarrie's original concept art, but like I said before, great ships. And also for a size comparison with the Resistance A-Wing, I have the Resistance X-Wing, as well as the Resistance Bomber. And that does it today for my review of the Hot Wheels Star Wars Resistance A-Wing Fighter. Now, ordering this, I'm going to admit, I didn't know if I was going to like it or not, but having this in hand and looking at all the cool details, this thing is beautiful, it's awesome. Now again, for the ship's length, it is 3 inches long, which is a nice size for all these ships. And if you're collecting these, it is number 3 in the Last Jedi line of Hot Wheels die-cast ships. And this will feature in Star Wars Episode 8, The Last Jedi. So what are the pros and cons of this ship? First of all, the mold is fantastic. We have some great details that are in this fighter, and it makes it pop compared to the rest of the ships, especially on the engines and underside and on the laser cannons. Awesome stuff. Comes with a stand that makes it unified in the collection, which is always a plus. And finally, price. At retail, these are around $4.99 or under, depending on where you go. However, they are not out in my area as of right now, so I resorted to buying off Amazon, and they were high. This A-Wing, the Imperial Assault Hover Tank, and Kylo Ren's Command Shuttle were all about $13. And I waited a couple days, and the A-Wing went down, and then I found somebody who had the Hover Tank that was lower, so I picked that one up, and also Kylo Ren's Shuttle. But still, right now, they're around $13. So hopefully they go down so everybody can buy them. And now for the cons, I'm going to have to say paint. Now hear me out. The paint on here is beautiful. It is very clean. And now for the cons, I'm going to have to say paint. Now hear me out. The paint on here is very beautiful. It's very clean. I like all the little shapes and colors. It's excellent. But on the top of the craft, it does not help the detail at all. Now, on the sides here, we can see all these nice lines where the missiles would come out. We have nice designs right here on the laser cannons, the back of the ship and back of the cockpit. It's very nice. Now, in the front of the ship, from this side, the center, and the side over here, the paint has just softened the detail so much to the point where the camera could hardly pick it up. And I could prove this. Right here on the side, we have all these great details. Now on the top above my finger, if you look real good, you can see a couple lines there. And they're just filled in to the max. And it's a shame because, if we turn the ship over, we have a lot of nice lines down there. And then at the top, you could just see it's all filled in, very softened. Nothing's very defined or pronounced. But it's okay. It's not that bad. You could definitely tell what it is and whatnot. But it's just a shame that they did it and it hurt the ship itself, detail-wise. So if you're looking to find this ship, you can hunt for it at Walmart, Target, Toys R Us, Barnes & Noble, Best Buy, or any other store in your area that sells this type of stuff. I would recommend going on Amazon or eBay, and guys, try and find it for a cheaper price. Even though they're great ships, I don't think they're worth $13 or up. Just shop smart, save yourself some money. So I recommend this for anybody who's a fan of the Resistance, the A-Wing Fighter. This is pretty awesome. Or if you're a fan of Ralph McQuarrie's concept art, this pretty much matches that one he painted with the 2 A-Wings that are blue and red and white. This is pretty spot on. So that's just about everything I have to say about the ship. I hope you enjoyed my review. If you did, hit that like button. And if you would like to see new reviews every Thursday, subscribe. Again, thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye, everybody.